know that 72% of all students here at Elon study abroad at least once before they graduate? Well, this number is drastically increasing due to all of the benefits that people have found about going abroad. Colleges all over the country are now not only encouraging their students, but making it kind of almost required. Like here at Elon, we have the experimental learning requirement, and one of those that you can use to fulfill it is to go abroad. And I understand many of you as parents may think that it might be too expensive to go abroad. You might think that your son or daughter isn't ready to go abroad for 3 months. Maybe you think that you're not ready to let your child go abroad for 3 months. Well, although all of these are very reasonable things, I'm here to tell you why it's going to be beneficial for their future to encourage them to go abroad. I'm going to tell you 4 points. The first point is just travel experience. When in your life are you able to go abroad and see all of this world wonders and sights that you hear and see about all your life, but the only time you can really experience it is if you travel and see the world. Also, if your child goes abroad, you can visit them, so that's an excuse to go somewhere that you've never been before. The second point is just being able to have a world perspective. When your child goes abroad, they might be able to end any biases or stereotypes that they have heard throughout their lives about a certain culture or different countries. How many of you guys have gone on a vacation in your life? That's what I expected. How many of you think that you truly understand the culture that you were a part of? Some. Well, that's because when you go on a vacation for a week or two, you really don't get the full feel of being in that culture. For example, I just went to Turks and Caicos and I stayed in a resort. I went to the restaurants that they recommended to me, and I really didn't get any idea of what it's really like to live there. And the only way you can do that is by indulging in a different culture, see exactly how they live their everyday lifestyle. And your children will be able to see that when they go abroad. They'll be able to see their customs and things that they'll never experience here at Elon or here just in the United States in general. One other example of another benefit is just independence. I know that you all want your children to be very independent in their future, and coming down to college is kind of the first step. It's a way to kind of let your child go off on their own for the first time ever. And although this is one great step, there are more great steps. And the going abroad is something that's very different than coming down to Elon. For example, I was from the north, and coming down, it was easy to adjust. I think many of your children might have felt the same way, no matter where they come from in this country, because all people are kind of growing up the same way. They speak the same language. It's not a complete culture shock. And going abroad, you might meet people that you've never, have lived a completely different life than you, speak a different language, have a completely different past. And going abroad, your child will be able to learn about themselves, about how they feel about communicating with different people. Maybe they'll realize that they love traveling and they want to do that in their future. Maybe they'll see that they don't like traveling. Maybe they want to stay in a cubicle. Maybe that's what they realize they like to do. Maybe they want to do something with communication because they realize that they love communicating with different types of people. Well, this is all stuff that they're going to be able to realize when they go abroad. Lastly, and one of the most important and main points is just for jobs. Jobs are now looking for someone that has a worldwide view. There are so many people in this country that have A's and leadership experience and extracurricular activities, but how many people can say, I lived in a country for 3 months, completely indulged in their culture, and now can bring back that knowledge that I learned there back to your company? Not many people can say that. And that's just one thing that companies now are looking for. They're looking for someone that can look at international markets or look maybe internally in this country, but with people that have lived a different culture, speak a different language. The language aspect is actually a huge thing because not many people can speak another language here. People all over in different countries easily speak 2 languages, and here they really don't. So to be able to write on your resume that you are able to speak another language, that you have a past in a different culture, that's something that not many people can say, and that will give you a huge heads up on a resume. Lastly, also references for your jobs. Maybe you can find one of your teachers or someone that you meet while you're there. That's just something that will add to a resume to be able to say, while I was abroad, I met someone and they also believe that I'd be good for this job. To have someone in the United States say that you're a good person for the job, and out of the country, that's just another add-on. Going abroad shows a company that you're able to adapt to different cultures, you're adapted to jobs, adapted to different lifestyles. And that's something that all jobs, no matter what their actual affiliation is with, that is just something that they really are looking for in a student. So those are the 4 benefits. Like I said before, also the experiential learning requirement at Elon will be fulfilled. It's something that, honestly, it's a great experience for your children. It's something that they never will experience again. And in this competitive market today, it really is necessary for your children to have a worldwide view, not be stuck in the Elon bubble that we hear about today, and be able to say that they have seen all around the world, like can bring back the knowledge that they've learned abroad back to a company and back to just the United States in general. So if you want to give your children the tools and abilities to be successful in their future, then you should encourage them to study abroad.